This is video number 104 for all the instruments. In this video, we're going to be learning to play 172 and 173 in your Essential Elements Book 1. So be open to page number 40, okay? And I'm going to tell you that these two are a little bit tricky. They really are. Again, I waited on these till the end. I taught you the other ones first because there are some similarities in the skill builders in C major on page 41 and some of the ones on this one, and I feel like they're easier on page 41 than they are here. Now 172, it looks scary. It is a little. Okay, so how do we tackle something like this? Very slowly and very carefully. I'm not going to take out the slurs like I was doing on some of the other ones to make it easier. I don't feel like that actually makes it any easier. Just going slower will make it easier. So we're going to do a little bit at a time. We're actually not going to shadow bow first. We're going to play, and then we're going to shadow bow. Seems weird, but just trust me on this. Play measure 1 and 2. Echo me. Measure 1 and 2, kind of ridiculously slow tempo. So you have a G to an A. Violins, you're going to have to, just the violins, you're going to have to make a tunnel right there. Anytime you slur, cross strings, make a tunnel. Play measure 1 and 2. Don't forget, you're in G major, so there are no C sharps. So violins, low 2 on the A. Violas, you don't play on the A, but if you did, you'd have a low 2 there. Measure 1 and 2, echo me, make a tunnel. Red C, and go. G, A, B, C, B, C. Try that again. Measure 1 is just up a scale, isn't it? Red C, and go. G, A, B, C, B, C. Now do measure 3 and 4. D, C, D, E, violins, you're using fourth finger there, then D, then F sharp is your next one. There's not so much a pattern here, okay? The rhythm is a pattern and the bowing's a pattern, it's the same thing, but the notes don't follow any real kind of pattern. Do measure 3 and 4. Low 2s on the A string, and red C, go. D, C, natural, D, E, D, F sharp. Do measure 3 only, echo me. And go. D, C, D, E again. Go. D, C, D, E. Now do 3 and 4. Echo me. And go. D, C, D, E, D, F sharp. Go back and do measure 1 and 2. There's a point to this, I promise. Measure 1 and 2, echo me. Red C, and go. 1, te, 2, te, 1, 2. Now do measure 3 and 4. And go. D, C, D, E, D, F sharp. Now finally, the next 2 measures I believe are easy. Look, G, F sharp, E, D. Yay, a scale. Play measure 5 and 6. And go. 1, te, 2, te, 1, 2. Again, measure 5 and 6. And go. 1, te, 2, te, 1, 2. Measure 7, 8. I also believe are pretty easy. Pretty easy. Last 2 measures, echo me. And go. C, B, A, B, G. Again, measure spot 7 and 8. And go. 1, te, 2, te, 1, 2. Now go back and do measure 3 and 4. Measure 3 and 4. Echo me. And go. 1, te, 2, te, 1, 2. Now why did I do those again? That's the hardest part of that song. Okay, here's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna shadow bow from the beginning. Okay, shadow bow from the beginning with me. 1, te, shadow bow. I'm going to suggest right now you pause the video, practice it on your own, and then see if you can get it with me. I'm going to play it again. Try to play with me now from the beginning to the end. And beginning. 1, te, red, te, go. So if you can't do that, it's probably usually takes a couple days to get that one. It's a tricky one. All right, practice it. There's no shortcut. You just got to practice it. Figure out, do 2 measures at a time. Then try to do 4 measures at a time. Like do measure 1, 2, then do 3 and 4, then do 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do 5 and 6, then do 3, 4, 5, 6. Then do 7, 8, then do 5, 6, 7, 8, that kind of thing, and then see if you can put it all together. Okay, go into 173, and we are going to do this without the staccatos at first. Now I want you to notice this one is just like 179, and for violins, it's the same finger pattern even. It's just one string higher for violins. Viola, cello, bass, it's the same intervals, but it's not the same finger pattern. Shadow bow, 173, no staccatos, and 1. Oh, look at this. Look at measure 1 and 2. G, F sharp, E, D, then 3 and 4, D, E, F sharp, G. It's just a scale. That's all it is. Okay. Okay. Shadow bow from the beginning. No slurs, and go. Down a scale. Now go up a scale. 1, 2, 3. Another little scale. Another scale. C natural. 2, say, 3, say, off. So 173 is the same as 179. Different key, different articulation. 179 with slurs. This has staccatos. And then a slur at the end. Play measure 1 and 2, echo me. No slur, no staccato yet. 173, measure 1 and 2. And go. 1, 2, 3, 1. Now do 3 and 4, up the scale. 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Easy, right? Now do measure 5 plus 1 note. And go. F sharp, E, D, back to E. Now do 5 and 6. And go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, what I would suggest you do now is pause the video and practice it beginning to end without the staccatos. Okay? Now, when you're ready, we're going to talk about the staccatos. Now, these staccatos, we're going to have to start being a little bit fancy with our bow. We're going to have to kind of cheat some notes. Don't worry, it's moral cheating. What it really is called is bow distribution. We have to learn how to distribute our bow the correct way so all of our notes sound good. If I just started right here and I played 3 staccato notes and then I tried to do a dotted half note, watch what's going to happen. This is going to sound disgusting. Because staccato chord notes, I'm only going to go to here, right? That's what I told you to do. Okay? It's terrible. Why was that? Because I was stuck trying to do a dotted half note from here to here, and that's all the bow that I had. So maybe you're thinking, okay, well, I'll just start up here. Well, okay, that might work. Watch. Oh, that worked, but watch. So the same thing happened, okay? So what we have to do is, I want you to go ahead and start down here. Yes, you could cheat and just start here, but this is a good practice in bow distribution. The reason this is a problem is because it's in 3/4 time, and 3 is an odd number. Remember I told you odd numbers would give us problems, right? So what you need to do is you do a big bow, a little bow, and a big bow, and then you'll be at the tip of the bow. You need to be at the tip of the bow for the dotted half note. Otherwise, it's going to sound gross and crunchy and squeaky and nasty like mine just did, okay? So you've got to get yourself up there. So you work your way up to the tip. Now, if you want to get horribly technical about it, you can say, all right, the first note should get 2/3 a bow, the second note should get 1/3 a bow, and the third note should get 2/3, and then it'll be at the tip. That's actually what you're doing, okay? But if you just think big, little, big, you'll be good. Now, hopefully, you have enough control on your staccatos now that you don't stab them when you're doing that. So try measure 1 and make sure you can start down here, get to the tip, and make them all sound even. Okay, so let me show you something wrong first. Watch, do that. Look, listen to this. We don't want them sticking out. Okay, so we need to go fast and light on the down bow and slower and a little bit heavier on the up bow to even it out, even the sound out. Listen to this. That's what we want, that they all sound the same. We don't want one note sticking out. Try just measure 1 and get to the tip. Play with me and don't let anything stick out. Measure 1 and freeze. 1, ready, say, go. Pull, push, pull. Are you at the tip? I hope you made it. Try it again. From the frog and go. Big, little, big. okay? Now, let's try, this seems weird, but I want you actually to shadow bow from the beginning because the bowing is so weird now. You gotta think big, little, big. Shadow bow from the beginning without stopping, okay? But with doing the staccato, so you're gonna be going big, little, big. Make sure you staccato when you shadow bow. 1, shadow bow. Big, little, big, slow bow. Now, big, little, big. Get to the tip each time. Now, I know I said all the way through, but look at measure 5 and 6. Here, you can just be normal. Why is that? Because you have 2 measures of 3, which makes 6. 6 is a wonderful even number. It won't cause you problems at all. Watch, this is measure 5 and 6. If I stand in here and just use half a bow, no problem. So you only have to worry in measure 1 and in 4. Okay, measure 5 and 6, just do normal staccato, use half a bow, everything's good because it ends up being an even number and you won't have a problem. What I would suggest you do now is pause the video, practice on your own, join me from the beginning now. And big, little, big. 1, ready, say, go. Big, little, get to the tip, slow bow. Big, little, big, slow bow. Now just be normal. See, natural, 1, 2, 3, 1 take, 2 take, 3 take, off. Okay? So those 2 are going to take a bit of practice, especially 172. All right, it's going to take quite a bit of practice. Keep practicing so you can't get them wrong, and don't forget about your bow distribution on 173.